Now that we can sign up, log in, and send and receive messages, we want to improve the user interface, or UI, and the user experience, or UX. First thing we want to do is enable users to sign out. So you can see here I've got a signout.js file already created. And the first thing that we'll do is we will select the sign out button. And you can see here it has an ID of sign out. So let's create a constant and we'll call it sign out. And use a query selector to select it. And then we will add an event listener on click to call a function that we'll call signout. And notice that I'm using capital case, so starting with a small letter for the first word, camel case, starting with a small letter for the first word, and then capitalizing each subsequent word. So we'll create our function. And it's an event, a click event. And we will prevent default on that event. And in order to sign a user out, essentially we just need to remove their ID and username from local storage. In fact, we'll clear local storage altogether. So we can use window, local storage, clear, and that should get rid of everything in local storage. So I've uploaded that, and now we need to come over here to our messages.html. In fact, we should add this to index, login, sign up, so that people can sign out no matter which page they're on. So script, JS, and then signout.js. And we'll upload that. And let's come back here and we'll log in. And now you can see I've got my user ID and username there. And if I click on messages, you can see the messages that I've sent and received with Isabella. And you can see her user ID here. Now if I click sign out, we should see that the information stored in local storage should disappear and I'm signed out. Next problem is you can see the messages are still being displayed. So let's go back here to sign out and we will essentially call the function read message, and that should clear the messages because it won't be able to read the to and from. Let's log in. And now if I click sign out again, you can see that the messages have disappeared. Next up is when somebody comes to this page and they're not signed in, we should probably redirect them either to the login or to the sign up page. Let's go ahead and do that. If a user is not signed in and they come to the messages page, ideally we should take them back to either the login or the sign up page. Let's take them back to the login page. So you can see here I've got my messages JavaScript open, and essentially if there's no from user ID in local storage, then we know the user is not signed in. So let's copy this and we'll create a conditional statement, an if statement, and that says that if that's equal to null, then we want to change the location HTTP reference, or href, to be equal to, and we said login.html. So we'll save that and upload it. Make sure I spell local storage right. Upload it. And now we'll go and test. So I'm going to refresh the page and it should take me back to the login page. And there you go. So next, when a user signs in or logs in, what should happen is we should take them directly to the messages page. So let's go ahead and do that. First, I'll sign out. You can see I've added the sign out command to there. And then let's go to the login page. And actually, you can see I've already got it here, so that once we set the user ID and username in local storage, then we can use window location href in order to direct the user to the messages.html. So we'll go back and do that. We'll reload the page, and I'll log in, and boom. Now we're on the messages page, and we can load and receive and send messages. I hope this helps.